kept him from looking at anyone else. بارك الله في خليفته ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن
I think Saladin's legacy was that he was the man who captured back Jerusalem. Capturing it really fulfilled many aspirations among the Muslims of the Middle East.
But for Richard the Lionheart, there was bitter irony in Saladin's death, so soon after he left the Holy Land.
Had Richard stayed just over that one last winter, his chief enemy would have gone. The Muslim world fragmented. There was a real succession struggle after Saladin's death. Richard would have been perfectly placed to exploit that.
Richard the Lionheart never returned to the Holy Land. He died in 1199 from an arrow wound he received while fighting in Europe. Crusades would be periodically launched over the next 100 years. But the enthusiasm for reclaiming the Holy Land eventually began to wane.
Really, this movement only achieves one victory, only has one success, and that's the First Crusade. The reality, of course, is that the Crusades never really managed to dominate Islam in the course of the 12th and 13th century, and that really, throughout that period, they're fighting a losing battle. They're trying desperately to hold on or to retake, and they never achieve full victory.
In 1291, the last Christian outpost, Acre, fell to the Muslims. The 200-year Crusader military occupation of the Holy Land was over, but the psychological scars remained.
The Crusades had a very deep impact on Arab society. They were seen as a barbarian incursion, and stories of those crusades are still told in cafes and in families as if they happened yesterday. And so whenever the West has invaded that region again, people say it's another crusade.
After their victory in the First Crusade, the Christians struggled desperately to keep hold of the Holy Land. Yet in the end, Saladin's capture of Jerusalem in 1187 was the death knell to the Christian cause. The Crusades saw the collision of two civilizations, each fighting for the Holy Land, each believing God was on their side. The blood spilled on both sides redefined relations between Christians and Muslims forever. That epic clash almost 1,000 years ago of two ideals, crusade and jihad, still casts its shadow to this day.